Every new blend borrows from the past, and the Saga Blend No. 7 is the perfect combination of timeless knowledge of traditional tobaccos and the newer balance that today's cigar enthusiasts come to expect and love in a fine cigar. Leveraging 6 generations of experiences and traditions of the Reyes family, the Saga Blend No. 7 delivers a unique, full-flavored, medium-bodied cigar. The cigar is highlighted by a Brazilian wrapper over a blend of Central American and Dominican tobacco. Available in 3 sizes at an affordable price, the Saga Blend No. 7 is sure to please and bring together past and present. Rocky Patel Premium Cigars. The sun-grown Maduro is hand-rolled at Rocky Patel's boutique factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. This triple-capped, hand-bunched, and hand-rolled cigar is accompanied by a gorgeous broadleaf wrapper. Well-balanced, rich, and decadent, it truly is a great addition to any humidor and worthy of the long-respected sun-grown name. For more information, visit them on the web at rockypatel.com and be sure to follow Rocky Patel Premium Cigars on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
When we review or report on something, we don't want there to be any guesswork. We believe the information must be accurate, and it has to be reliable. For what we review, the goal is hopefully to educate our audience, and at the same time, an equally important goal is in turn to get educated ourselves. What we want to do is earn the trust of our audience, and to do that, we ensure what we report is accurate, rumor-free, and teaser-free. The premium cigar industry is so dynamic, and every day brings something new. We wanted Cigar Coop to be an extension of that experience, so it has to be 365 days a year. We wanted to create a true media ecosystem and integrate Cigar Coop with the power of our Stogie Geeks programming network.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Stogie Geeks show. Hey, we still have that draw poker on the table?
Yep.
We do. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I was just calling the Robusto and the Churchill I smoked. The draw is awesome. I like the amount of smoke that I get a lot.
Thank you.
I like that. Because you know that if I go into, when you hand me a cigar, it's usually the one, not you, but when people hand me cigars, it's usually like the one that is plugged or has some kind of heinous.
No, you have a horrible track record of it.
I do. It's terrible. I don't want I don't want it to be that way.
Listen,
I don't want Paul syndrome. They call it Paul syndrome.
Yeah, I'm starting to call it smoker's error. I mean, what are you going to do?
Could be smoker's error. Could be smoker's error. That's why I have all these damn draw pokers around.
Yeah, I thought that was a shank for a bad guest. I don't know what that is.
There's another small one here, too.
Yeah, well, genetics.
Just in case I need to extract information. I don't know. In any case, I'm liking the Ehrlich a lot.
Thank you.
The Churchill.
Very good. Churchill's good. Oh, no,
that's a traditional Churchill, 7x47 ring.
Love it.
Yeah, and it's getting that's our top selling size of that cigar, actually.
It's amazing.
And it's getting the Ehrlich has gotten a lot of tremendous feedback. In fact, Jared and I were talking about the Cigar City Club in Atlanta, which is a tremendous place. Anyone that goes to Atlanta should go to Cigar City Club. Mm-hmm. Now they owe you a check, don't they, for that?
Well, maybe.
No, it's a tremendous place. You'll go in there and they're going to valet park your car, and you'll see Bentleys and Rolls Royces and everything else there. And it's a phenomenal high end cigar lounge in Buckhead, part of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. And, that's a very
that cigar is
that's the rich section of Atlanta,
very
right?
rich.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you attribute the success to, primarily for that?
I've got a good rep down there, number one, and number two, I go there a lot, and I support the retailers a lot down there, and it's a huge cigar market. In the city of Atlanta, a lot of people don't realize this. In the city, and I'm not going to get this number exactly right, but it's somewhere between 90 and 100 cigar shops in the city.
Oh, it's a big city, but even still, it's a lot.
If you go 20 miles outside of the city, there's another 100. I mean, it's an amazing cigar market down there. So I get down there a lot, and that cigar, the Ehrlich, is the third best.
How's the traffic when you visit Atlanta?
I'm from Boston, dude. It's nothing. I mean, other than I go to
Have
LA.
they improved upon it over the year? I know
it's not good. I mean, but it's not Boston. I mean, down there they'll make you think it's the end of the world. Mm-hmm. But and I love you guys in Atlanta. I really do. I love going to Atlanta. But and by the way,
gratuitous plug.
I am probably the craziest cigar industry brand owner in the world. because I hosted a Super Bowl party in Atlanta, being from Boston on Super Bowl Sunday.
Enemy territory.
With my cigars. And let me tell you.
How did that work out for you?
I'm here.
Well, you booked that.
Did you have your Brady jersey on when you were watching?
No, but I had like
like a tiny little like a
the
pin?
red with the blue.
Yeah.
But by the time I could tell you so many stories about that, but I don't know how much time we have to spend on my Super Bowl party. But it was a tremendous event. But there's a lot at the Cigar City Club. The Ehrlich is the third best-selling cigar there, which is
No, see, that just makes us want to know what's number 1 and number 2.
I don't know, but the only reason I know that, by the way, is that Al, who runs the humidor, I happened to bump into him the last time I was there at another venue, and he said, "Hey, I got to tell you that Ehrlich is our third best-selling cigar." And
Wow.
Nice.
And my rep is like perpetually worried about cigar sales at the stores we're in. And he's telling me, they're not moving fast enough at Cigar City Club. We got to stay in that humidor. It's a small humidor, and I said, it's moving fine. I know what the numbers are. Mm-hmm. And Al, who runs the humidor, says that. And I said, Sheldon, did you hear that? It's moving great. So
You shouldn't have told him that.
yeah,
Should have been like, it's moving terrible, dude. You gotta step your
yeah,
game
you
up.
got good
We want to
point.
be number 1. What the
Yeah.
frig?
Why are we number 3?
Number 2 is the first loser. What is number 3?
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
sorry.
We're the
Always
second
wrong.
friggin' loser.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Always room for improvement.
Oh God. Let's talk about what we've been smoking. I'm looking at my list here. I've
You
got.
leaned on that thing, dude.
You like that?
I love it, but you leaned on it a little.
Let me know if you can tell me what I did different.
You leaned on it.
Was it more bourbon?
Do I need to stir this thing?
No.
Oh, all right.
Wait, I might have forgot to stir yours. No, I didn't. You want the cigar poker?
Oh, no.
Dude, I'm not putting that in my drink.
No, that's good. I
Yeah, that'll.
amped
that's
up the
good.
bitters.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, you amped up the booze, too.
I did.
Yeah.
Let's kick this into high gear.
Yeah.
Welcome to Stogie Geeks.
I smoked an Arturo Fuente 858 Sungrown. I hadn't smoked one of these in a long time, and it came as part of like it is a good. That's a good one too.
All right, we'll get there. I'll comment on that when it comes up.
Have you guys had the 858 Sungrown?
Not the sungrown, no.
There's been lots of shows.
You know,
where
one of my first go-to cigars 20-plus years ago was the 858 Natural and then Maduro.
yeah.
That was
And those
their-
are regular production. The Sungrown's
Sure.
it's hard to find.
That was their original line, was the 858.
858 because the way they're packed.
I'm
Right.
cheating again. I'm looking at his laptop, but
That's okay.
I don't know
But
the second one.
this cigar must have had some age on it too, because it smoked like an aged sun-grown. Just a flavor. Talk about flavor. This is a flavor bomb. I mean, this is all about flavor. This is box.
Is that the cigar you're going to break open and give us some of so we can try it?
I had 2 of them. I think I smoked both of them because I bought 2 of them recently in a sample pack. They came with some 20th anniversary. It came with the Hemingway. It came with the 858. It came with 2 different size Hemingways, and so I bought both of the sample packs. I don't know if I was supposed to be buying more than 1 sample packs, but I did my little dance and said please, and they let me buy both of them.
What little dance is that?
I was like, I have money. You got to dance? Do you like money? That was
I belong to, what's the beach?
Bonnet Shores.
Yeah, I'm from this area. I don't know what this place is. I'm just saying.
You've been in a lot of cigar shops, right? You know how cigar shops like, well, this is the special. We're holding this, and I'm
Right.
like, don't you like money?
It's a future episode
Yeah, right.
on location.
That's right,
Yeah.
on location
Nice.
from Bonnet Shores.
At his private beach.
Yes.
I did have a box of these 858 Sungrows. Now
See how he changed that subject? You see how he did that? That was very smooth.
I think I
Very.
smoked all
It's a
of them.
seasoned veteran.
He's still changing the subject. He doesn't want to talk about his private beach. Let's go.
It's not my private beach.
Oh, you don't own
We
it?
pay
Yet?
money to go there.
You don't own it yet?
No, not even close.
I don't know.
I don't even know if we're going to be members this year, all right?
Bullshit.
Well, you can all come down as guests.
How much does that cost?
We'll just take my yacht there.
Nice.
Zeppo, what do you got on your list?
If I'm a little short winded. I'm still recovering from a bachelor party this weekend.
Oh.
And
Let's talk about that.
I picked up a couple of the Viaje Super Shots.
Because I was going to say strippers.
You know
I thought he was going to say strippers.
So I went to a bachelor. So listen, most guys go to a bachelor party and pick up strippers. Joe picked up Viajes.
I picked up Viaje
I'm
Super
sure
Shots.
Andre Farkas will be psyched right now. But go.
But let me tell you something.
Strippers
Let me
or
tell
it
you
was
something.
via his super shot.
This is the perfect cigar for a rolling bus of moving parts with a bachelor party. I'm not in the wedding party, so I was one of the guys.
So going back
in
to
there.
your environment changes the way things taste type thing?
No, what I'm saying is that the Viaje Super Shot, smaller, right?
Yeah.
the 10 gauge?
Yeah, I actually
what?
picked up.
It's a 10 gauge and a 12 gauge.
I picked up two of the 10 gauge, two of the 12 gauge. I figured I'll pass one out for someone. I brought some cigars and
you brought some other cigars other than these?
oh, definitely. I'm not going to pass out Viajes at over there because the guy. Oh, you
He had money
smoke
makers.
cigars. What do you normally smoke? Oh, I smoke
Imperia.
something that's different, right? I says.
Imperial.
I want what you're having. Nah, you cannot have what I'm having.
I got these white owls here, though. These
are
You can't
let me tell you
handle what I smoke.
So from a new critique perspective, I had three. I had two of the 12 and two of the 10s. Amazing smoke, wrapper binder fillers
on the bachelor
Nicaragua.
party on the bus with the strippers.
It's great. It's a great,
So now you have to have every cigar on the bus with the strippers. Is that what you're saying? Be consistent in your review process.
Well, it's funny because when you were going through the last segment,
submit
make
the bill every month.
sure when you critique it, go to the same environment. Yeah, I'm not going to that environment. No, but being in the 40, putting a 40 change in there. Bachelor parties just are not what they used to be. But it is his first wedding.
Right.
I wish him luck. But anyway,
His first wedding. He's waiting for the second one.
Guy's not even married yet.
He introduced his wife. This is my first wife.
Everyone should do it at least twice, right?
that's the greatest thing. So if I smoke it in the same environment, it might be the second one. Wow. Thank God he doesn't smoke cigars. He won't be seeing the episode, right?
Oh, God.
I'll be getting
No, it's not him you have to worry about. It's his wife.
Yeah.
I mean,
First wedding.
it's his first wedding. Okay, he got married a week ago? Like 2 days ago.
No, it was the bachelor party. Was this Saturday?
All right, so he's getting married
So
soon.
he's not married yet.
He's not married yet. He's
So-
getting married in March.
He's still
18. So
It's a little early for him.
But let me tell you something. The Viaje Super Shot.
Show's going off the rails
The
quick.
presentation is awesome, right? The presentation is awesome. It comes like a shotgun shells thing.
Nice.
I mean, anything the Viaje, which in my other stick of the week I didn't like, but we will get to that.
Ooh.
But the Viaje Super Shot, shotgun shells, if they're out
No
there.
strippers at the other
Definitely
stick.
try
The other
it.
stick had no strippers.
Definitely try it if you get a chance. What I do like is that if you go to StogieGeeks.com and go to Stogies, people are starting to comment on my stuff, which I appreciate. So make sure that anything that we post, let's keep the conversation going all week long if you go to StogieGeeks.com.
So let me tell you, I haven't smoked the cigars you've smoked.
Okay.
You're talking about the VI, but Andre does a great job.
Yeah, it's a little spice bomb, which is great for a bachelor party because, first we're going to this place, and it's, no, let's go to this place. But in this place, you don't bring a cigar. So it's like the perfect 45-minute, by the time you get the crowd going, it's a perfect bachelor
it's called
party
the
cigar.
10 gauge and the 12 gauge, right?
10 gauge, 12
So
gauge. yeah.
what does that mean?
Just the size.
Yeah,
I know,
it's
but
just the
tell me do you know what the sizes are?
Yeah, no,
like
the
ring
size-
gauge?
Yep, the ring gauge on the 12 gauge is 52. The other one is 48. And like I said,
Are they both 4x50 and 4x48?
yeah,
They're still like
they're
smaller.
four.
I got you.
They're like
I
little,
gotcha.
the little short Robustos.
So they look like a shotgun shell.
The point
awesome,
of
actually.
my conversation is that they're perfect for bachelor parties. If you like a little spice bomb and you want to keep your
Stripper time.
smoky.
I agree.
There you
but
go.
I agree with Joe's. assessment though.
It's a
You
quick
need-
smoke.
So
you
it
need
is
a short
so,
smoke that's got some punch
some
to
good
it, right?
good punch to it. You know what I mean? Because I passed out some cigars.
Andre, if you're
you know.
listening, I'm reaching out to you for some, what are they? The
Shotgun
10 grade
shells.
12?
Shotgun.
Yeah, I need some shotgun shells.
Yeah,
I'd love to.
they're really good. Little spice bombs, awesome.
That's awesome.
Joe Deep, what do you got?
At the Filthy Hooligan Barber Pole.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead.
Who makes that?
That's
Alec Bradley.
Alec Bradley.
I like Alec Bradley.
Smoked a couple of them. The 6x50 Toro, Nicaraguan Jalapa wrapper, Shamrock.
Is this
Candela leaf.
Jody? This is the newer one was Barber Pole, and the previous one was just a straight Candela. I want to say
Started
something
in
like
2013.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every year they've been
different.
going straight
that.
Candela.
The more recent ones are Barber Pole, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Ecuadorian Sumatra binder, filler from Honduras and Panama. I gave it a try one. $8.50 price point, mild to medium.
Oh, $8.
You said $8.
Yeah. $1.50.
I was like, wow, I'll take a case.
Wait a minute.
I can't even get my cigar for
Solid
$1.50.
burning construction. You know.
But it was just a try one.
It was a try one. I smoked two, and that's where I'm at with it.
What was it missing? Flavor. Obviously.
Grassy, pepper, coffee. For me, that's probably not my wheelhouse where I'm at. So
Joe, is this
The
is this a new
Candela,
release?
What's that?
Is it a new release?
they've been doing it since 2013.
Yeah,
I think the Barber
every
Pole.
year-
That's a no.
Every year around
But-
St. Patrick's Day, Alec Bradley comes up with the Filthy Hooligan.
Hooligan.
They only make X amount of boxes. They go out in some of the local
It's like the
shops and
Quesada Oktoberfest type thing.
Sure,
for
right.
October,
Sure,
right?
but
Same
but
idea.
it's not on the bigger level as the Quesada.
But it's a
does. I
Candela. We
think
should start
Quesada-
smoking some
They
Candelas.
do
I will
move.
tell
Do you
you-
like Candelas normally?
Not really.
Yeah.
That's why.
Right.
So what I would say is when I meant to say this when we were doing the review checklist that there's really great cigars out there that I just don't like.
Right.
But that doesn't mean they're not great cigars. It just means I don't like them.
No, just
So
not personal.
I'm not a Candela guy. I don't like Candelas. I've had one that I think is good, but I wouldn't go back and really
Wouldn't
go to
migrate
it.
to
Because, I wouldn't go to it because I don't like Candelas. I mean, I would smoke it if someone gave it to me. I'd smoke it and enjoy it, but I wouldn't go buy it.
Also,
But that's my
this
palate.
is the 2017 release.
Yep. Yeah, it's basically the Alec Bradley Black Market.
smoked the,
with
16.
Barber Pole.
So what?
You smoked the 16. The 16 and the 17 are
Yep.
both Barber Pole.
I've actually had that this Friday, right after work, and
Before the bachelor party?
yeah, the bachelor party was on Saturday. I actually had
Pre-post.
I actually had it. And
So your palate
to
wasn't
your-
tainted
He
yet?
had
to
a
your
clean
point-
palate.
To your point, I like the straight Candela versions better, which were a couple years ago. The past 2 years have been on that Barber Pole kick, and I'm just not feeling
Now,
it.
Joe Hozempa, do you like Candelas?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
So that could be that. I bet that's one of the points I want to make when you're rating a cigar is no cigar in the world pleases everybody.
Sure.
It doesn't happen.
that's the beauty of
Well,
it.
Candela's very polarizing too.
It's very polarizing, and actually, there's a lot of tobaccos that are polarizing, right? But Candela wrappers are very grassy, and you just don't like that. So
Just to be present, I'm curious. What Joe? Would you have? Would you have it rated? If you were to throw a rating on there,
Putting Joe
right on the spot. Sorry, bro.
Angler. For the Alec Bradley Filthy Hooligan, both Barber Poles, I've had one every year since it came out. Like I said, the straight Candela, I would say I would rate them both try ones.
Okay.
But as far as the Barber Pole, I mean, all they're doing is just taking the black market blend, throwing the Candela there. and
Yeah, but I think
I'm
they're
just
trying
not
to
feeling
balance. They're trying to balance the wrapper. They're trying
I
to
like
balance that
them.
Candela wrapper with
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
else to offset that.
But that Candela
grassy.
wrapper's tough, man. I mean, you either like it or you hate it. I don't think there's a middle ground, really.
I know.
Much.
I'm
Well,
gonna,
to be
now I'm
honest-
gonna have to give you some Candelas so you can find one that you like. Because I have one
Well,
that I
you know
think
what?
you'll like.
I do
We'll see.
too.
Yeah.
We might have the same one. I don't know if you want me to mention it, but
Yeah, go
Which
for
one
it.
is yeah?
the
Stogies Louis.
Illusion can yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one you were going to mention?
Yeah.
To me, that's the. I don't like Candelas, but that
It's the Candela for people that don't like Candelas.
That's the Candela for
it's
people that
awesome.
don't like
It is-
Candelas.
it is good.
Yes.
Actually, I just scooped
Phenomenal.
that up, and I'm looking to smoke that this week. And
It's very good, and I think you'll. But it's a very unique Candela, and I don't know why, because I don't know what the rest of the blend is. I haven't
Nicaraguan.
researched it.
It's Nicaraguan.
But it's a very interesting Candela.
They put
and
that like spicy, somewhat earthy Nicaraguan,
and it just
just
works.
balances with the
Okay.
Candela.
Now, I don't like Candelas, so I wouldn't rush out and buy even that one. But of the Candelas, that one's the most pleasurable
good
that I've
to know.
had.
Speaking of grassy, I smoked the Atabey Retoast. Now, my initial.
Did you pay for that thing?
No, which is on subsequent.
Just asking. I don't. I mean, the private beach. I just was asking if you know.
Episode
What do you buy those?
222.
What do you buy? Like 3 boxes at a time?
So on previous episodes, we've talked about the Atabey, and I didn't like the first time I smoked this. I thought it had this grassy, herbal, minty flavor that was overpowering. The second one I smoked with the Rito still had that, but it was less prominent. I know that's an age thing. We had Oliver from United Cigar on last week's show.
Good guy.
Who gifted us this, a whole bunch of cigars. This was one of them. So I said, you know what, I'll try it again. I'm like, it wasn't as pronounced in terms of some of those minty, or it was like the after dinner mintiness with some grassy tones.
Was it young?
If you, well, they age the tobacco for like 4 years. Like they roll the cigar and age it for 4 years before they come to market. It could have been different time in my humidor. I still think that, especially the herbal notes, I find you can kind of age out of cigars. So this one may have been a little older than the previous one that I had smoked. I'm still calling it a try one. It's like a $30. That's what.
Yeah, that's why I said it. By the way, I wasn't saying that it's a bad cigar.
No.
I haven't actually smoked it, but I know they're expensive. That's all.
They are expensive. Yeah, and Oliver was on last week.
And
he
those
did
of us
gift
that
it
don't
to me.
belong to private beach clubs may not be able to get one.
Circling back around.
I lit it with a $100 bill, so I don't know if that.
Yeah,
That changed the whole
But
flavor.
it changes the flavor, Barry, right? When you light, you light your cigars with $100 bills, it changes
right.
the flavor.
Listen,
it's the ink and
look,
the
there's
paper.
a few things that dramatically change the taste of a cigar. One is lighting with a $100 bill. The other one is ass pressing it.
That's right. Ass pressing, definitely.
I'm just
I
saying.
personally ass press the cigars on the table.
So wait a second. Did you ass press the Atabey?
I did not. Maybe that's my problem. I need to ass press it, and maybe it's more. If you like that, but going back to the Candela conversation, if you like that flavor profile, like this cigar is for you. I mean, burn, draw, construction, balance. Even though the flavors, I'm like, it's still not my flavor profile.
Right.
It's a very well balanced cigar, very nice cigar. Better the herbal minty notes were less. So anyway, Joe Hozempa.
And by the way, let me just say, I've had some Atabeys before, and I like them. I wasn't saying that I don't like them.
Each size is different. What was the other one
my
he gave
joke
me last
was
week?
about the price. That's all.
No, it was an Atabey. The Ritos is the one with a more herbally profile. He says it's
Florida Rain? Florida Rain?
No, it was an Atabey, but it was a different size. I can't remember what it was. It didn't have the
Minty.
Peruvian tobacco.
Yeah.
He says that herbal mintiness might have come from the Peruvian tobacco. The other size is a different blend. It doesn't have that Peruvian
I
tobacco.
believe that's
in
the one
it.
I spoke to. Was
I will tell
That
you.
that one was really good. I mean, that one was box worthy. That one was awesome.
Absolutely.
Which one is that one? Sorry,
Davinos, something. Davinos, something like I don't remember what it was. It wasn't Doritos, not Doritos.
I will tell you
See
that
episode
that
222.
minty fresh is pretty pronounced in that cigar.
It is.
It's just
Which I
just
don't mind the minty fresh thing, and I've never had the cigar, that particular one that you're talking about, but I just was curious because I know they're
I'll
expensive
give you one
cigars.
with a $100 bill to light it with,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, well,
On the
I mean,
beach.
apparently, on his private beach.
On my private beach
listen,
club that we're going
by
to
the
go
way,
to in my yacht. You know,
in
let's
his
just go
yacht.
all out.
And by the way, he's got a yacht, right? And behind the yacht, he has a bigger yacht that carries his money. I'm just saying. But go, Paul.
We'll drive there in my Bentley. It's fine.
Yeah, right. No, that's where we get to the dock in your Bentley with your driver. We're in the back.
We're in the back.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're smoking cigars in my Bentley. It's fine.
I can't wait. I've never seen
Me
this thing.
too. It sounds awesome.
Great.
Joe D. No, Joe Hozempa. You're next.
Two of my go-tos has nothing to do with you being on the show, but two of my go-tos are Viaje and the David P. Ehrlich. Love that cigar.
There you go.
I actually never.
Joe's my new favorite Stogie Geeks.
No. There's something about the David P. Ehrlich. I do like.
Can I sit next to Joe, please? Can we do a switch? Is it okay?
On his lap now? Is that part of
If
the
Nessa, if you
I've
won't
only
move, I
sat in
will.
his chair once. It's very comfortable, just so you know. He has the best chair out
listen,
of all of us.
This one sucks.
Yeah.
So
it's-
that one
yeah. Yeah, his chair's got extra cushion. You know, the camera's always on it.
Seat
you
warmer.
know. It's I've never circled back to. I guess this is what
Not
the
even on your
cigar shop
computer.
owner called their flagship cigar. It's their staple cigar. It's the Viaje Reserve. Coop gave it a box split almost over in July.
That's the box press Toro?
Is a box press Toro. It was the Viaje Reserva box press Toro. From smoking their other stuff, it just left me wanting more. You know what I mean? Because I've always smoked the Antidote series and some of their other stuff, which tend to be a little bit more spice bombs. And from this cigar, I mean, it's all wrapper binder filler, it's all Nicaraguan. I would give it a try one, but for sure, it's definitely from smoking their other stuff. If this is their go-to, I think the Antidote series is just a lot better.
So let's go back to the Ehrlich. Let's talk about the Ehrlich a little bit. You kind of went right over the Ehrlich.
No.
The flavor.
The David P. Ehrlich, for my go-to, would definitely be the Toro.
Really?
Yes, I like the Toro, but I do like the Robusto too.
Yeah.
You know, so I kind of toggle back and forth.
But see, this is
those
what
two.
goes to everyone's palate's a little bit different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
They are different cigars for sure.
they are different.
Yep.
There's no question.
Yep.
The Churchill to me is my favorite, but that doesn't mean it's everyone's favorite, right?
It's okay.
For those of you that don't know, I've known Paul. For how long?
Since the Ass Press episode? Was
Yeah,
the first
no,
time
it
we
was
met?
probably before that. No,
We might have met
that was
before
the
that.
week before that.
Yeah.
Because I was on the week before, and then
Episode 151, 152.
yeah.
151.
And I act like
Jody's he's the
I act like-
Rain Man of the Stogie Geeks episode. He's like, yeah, definitely 152.
for those of
definitely
you-
152.
Joe D's gonna get me fired.
First off,
No,
he's scaring me right now. But
He's gonna get me fired. I'm gonna be like sweeping the floor.
for those of you that are listening
a
out
couple
there,
weeks from now, I'll be like, do you want any more bitters than that, sir? You know what I mean? That's
Your Delta Chi name is now Rain Man.
so for those of you listening right now, I actually don't like him. No, I'm kidding. I love this guy.
I can laugh because I know you're full of shit.
Oh, of course.
That's why
You keep making me old fashions. We're going to be
Fired.
good. We're good friends because and by the way, he has a drink he makes called the Smoking Hot Acidorian. Named that himself. It tastes better than the name sounds, but
Post-game.
he ran out. Would you run out?
No, it's tobacco liqueur.
The tobacco liqueur.
That's
He ran out
actually
of tobacco liqueur.
we had the conversation about we were talking about blending earlier. That's one that my friend Apollo created himself. Like there was no such thing as a smoking hot acidorian.
Is Apollo?
There still is no such thing as a smoking hot acidorian. If you're talking about me, other than the drink and my wife.
The
and
drink's
probably my
much better
kids.
than Paul.
Yeah. The drink is awesome. I can't live up to the drink. They made a drink about me, and the drink has surpassed
What's
me
in it?
in coolness. So, smoking hot acidorian is rye whiskey. Old Overholt rye whiskey is what Apollo calls for on the recipe. It is any kind of tobacco liqueur. There's a couple of different kinds that we've used in the past. It's lime juice and fire cider. Fire cider is like a Boston, Massachusetts thing.
There we go.
I don't
It's
know
an
what
elixir.
fire cider is, but
I've
I'm going to
never-
tell you the
no.
Smoking Hot Acidorian is an unbelievable
Fire
drink.
cider is it's like vinegar and honey and spices. Like it's like you drink it when you have a cold, kind of like elixir. And
Is
you
it
just
Fight
put-
Chuck Norris, Mike?
Say that again?
Is it in the Fight Chuck Norris category?
Is it like an Oasis? Is it a try?
Oh, it's right up there. It's one of the best cocktails I've ever had. And I've only had like 5, but of the 5 cocktails I've had in my life, that's one of the best.
Wow, I'm honored that it's my. It's not even mine. It's Apollo's
go.
creation.
Anyone from the underground cigar shop that's listening to this is like, he's so full of crap that
Oh, I heard you're like gangster. You're like thug life, like gangster.
yeah.
Like you
Represent.
need the bandana and the glasses. I think we need to get you a pimp cup.
The
That's
tough
what I
streets
think.
of Hartford.
The tough streets of Hartford.
listen.
I'm from
those-
Hartford.
No, we say Hartford there.
Hartford.
Because we're not from Providence or
But we say
Bonnet Shores.
so. All right.
There's a lot of Rhode Island in this
There's
show.
a lot
let me tell you.
and there's a lot of people that don't care about my thug life story, so I'm going to move on.
Were we talking about cigars? I'm sorry.
I don't know what just happened there.
I don't know what.
Circle back.
How did we get?
Can we get to the Manolo estate? Because I'd like to talk about that.
Were
cigar.
you? Who is you? Was it your? It was Joe D's term. Were you relaxed with looking at my screen?
No, I love your screen because I can
I love
cheat.
your screen.
I've been a cheater all my life. I can cheat. I cheat on every math test I've ever had. It's great. I got the screen right here.
Thanks to one of my recent trips down to Little Havana, Guantanamera, 310. Which
Wait, you went to Cuba?
no, Florida.
Why didn't you take us?
Florida trip.
Oh, okay.
I'll be grabbing a box, and you guys will be sure to get one. 5x50 Robusto
This is the Manolo Estate you're talking about.
Guantanamera 310.
Damn it.
Guantanamera?
That's the name of the.
Oh, is that one of the
shop.
ones you gave me?
No.
No, that's a different one you got on the same trip, though, right?
Is that one of their house cigars?
There's a box on the way. It is, and it's exclusive to Florida, but amazing Ecuadorian sun-grown wrapper, Nicaraguan binder filler, $10 price point. It was just it's a flavor bomb for days. I gave it a box worthy, oily, earthy, sweetness, leather. It had it all. It had everything, and it was to look at and hold your hands to. It was a beautiful thing.
Nice.
So you like the cigars, what you're saying?
Just a little bit, yeah.
I think he said a lot better than the Ehrlich, is what he said.
No.
I didn't hear
And
that.
that's why there's only one Joe I give a shit about on the show.
I'm wearing the Imperial shirt. This is
So I have a
official
chance.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why are
Wait,
they
that is not an Imperial. How is that an Imperial?
No, but
because of the color?
Because
Is that
Mike
what-
was coming in. Yeah, I figured.
The Mediterranean blue.
Listen,
It's
if
a
you would have just asked, I would have brought you an Imperial shirt. I mean,
I don't.
That's
have an Imperial.
not-
Why don't I have an Imperial shirt?
I have one. I have an Imperial.
have one.
I have an Imperial shirt.
Joe,
I have two.
All right, I hate both Joes on the show. I mean, what the hell's going on here?
I have two because you gave me one that was big.
Until next
and
time,
then I
I'll
got a
wear the
small
shirt for
one.
you.
Well, listen, I mean,
What are you saying?
Nothing.
We're girthy.
Girthy.
All right, Manolo Estate.
All right, we'll do the Manila.
Please,
this was a
We're
good
going out
cigar.
of order. Just so you
Who
know.
did that? When you?
Yeah, I smoked this one. I don't know how this came to me. Maybe Will sent to me for
Because
review.
Luis is a great marketer.
So where did so give me the story behind the cigar, Mike?
Luis owns the brand, and I met him a little over a year ago at the DC
Louise.
Tweet Up. You're killing me.
Okay, sorry, Louise. It's a one. It's like Prince. It's fine.
It's like
I would
Prince.
throw.
Whatever.
I know him as Luis, and he knows me as Mike. But
Boston Mike.
yeah, or Miguel, whatever. But
Luis Manolo? No.
no,
Okay.
Luis Manolo.
So it's a
Honestly,
Manolo estate.
I
right?
don't know where the name Manolo Estate came from.
Okay.
But I met him. You're killing me. I met him in.
You're
at
killing
the-
me because I should have researched this cigar.
Yeah,
and I didn't.
no shit. So,
But that goes back to my review thing. I don't research them before I smoke them because then I form.
How about
opinions.
after, before the broadcast?
Well, you were in my office and then
When was I in your office?
you came in my office and gave me cigars. I was distracted. It's all your fault.
All right, we're losing control now. But so I would tell you, Luis is a great guy. And
Come back every week.
I
guys.
met
It's great.
I met him in DC at the Tweet Up last year. Never met him before. One of the best guys you'll ever meet in your life. Makes this cigar called the Manolo Estate. He has another one called Cuban Crown,
Okay.
I think.
I reviewed that a couple weeks ago. Phenomenal.
And very good, right? And this cigar, he handed me one. I smoked it at the DC Tweet Up. And whenever someone hands me a cigar, this probably isn't the right thing to say, but I have low expectations. I don't expect it to be necessarily good.
But I think that's the point in reviewing when people hand me a cigar and I don't so I've been doing this show for a while. If I don't recognize the name, it doesn't mean it's not a good cigar. I'm
Right.
Just like,
It's new to you.
it's new to me, so I don't have any preconceived notions, which is why I don't like to research it before. And a lot of times, like,
Or after.
yeah, or after, I don't know. It's geeks plural. I rely on other people that give the information.
Well,
on the
get
show.
your geeks working then. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but
But I know what you mean. Like
So-
you're like, I've never.
I
seen
don't
a cigar
expect
before in my life.
much from it. If I haven't heard of it, I don't really expect much from it. And
But
I'm
that's,
sure,
your
by the
review
way,
is tainted because now you're expecting.
no,
you've already
no,
said
but
you're-
I'm very open-minded. So, by the way, I
heard
don't
that
expect.
about
I don't expect people that when I hand people my cigar, I don't expect them to know what it is. It's not that well known of a brand. Hopefully it gets there, but it's not Rocky Patel or one of these big brands, right? So he hands me the cigar. I'd never met him before. I hand him some of my cigars, and I smoked it, and that's the one I smoked. And it was
in the Robusto.
really. I don't know I don't remember what size it was. But
very
it was
clean tasting. Like,
very good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
very
it
good.
thoroughly. And he uses great tobacco. And He's a tremendous guy. He actually now owns a farm in the Dominican Republic where he's growing tobacco. And this is a guy that's doing it right. I mean, he knows what he's doing. I don't know about the new blends that he may have come out with since that one. I've smoked the Cuban Crown, which was very good. I've smoked that one, which was very good. And I consider him one of my good friends in the industry, and he's a good guy.
This one's very good. And he's one of your good friends, but you know his last name is fine. But
you know what? I hate Paul. Have I told you I hate Paul? Can I have my phone? I got to Google.
I got to Google. So this cigar, again, very clean tasting, well balanced in that it had some spice, it had some like tobacco sweetness, but none of the flavors or characteristics really like kind of like stood out and made it like one-dimensional or took your attention away from the other flavors, and that's what we mean by balance, right?
So for me, this was balanced.
Clean tasting, nice amount of spice coupled with some tobacco sweetness, I would call it. I thought it was good. I would smoke more. This is a box split, in my opinion.
Nice.
I would call that a box worthy in your. I think that's
good job, Mike. No,
I would.
I said, yeah. No,
I would.
In your describing it, I would imagine
researched
your rating would be like one notch higher than mine. So that seriously.
No, I do. I agree that I think.
And
that's
I smoked one for this review, so I probably need to go back and smoke.
I would smoke another one. I think it's very good.
Alrighty, Josempa.
Well, last week I had the Las Cavaleras. Calaveras.
You could go with Cavaleras, whatever.
Right?
Dyslexia is a disease. What are you going to do?
So
This is Stogie Geeks. You don't have to pronounce things right.
By the way, Joe Josempa is not drinking tonight. I just want, but go.
Oh, I am.
Yeah. Oh, you are?
A little bit.
Well, that explains it.
Right. So I decided to recircle the Four Kicks by Crown Heads.
I haven't had one of those in a long time.
Yeah, Four Kicks, and it's amazing because
I have to tell you my
Paul,
my Four Kick story. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, Paul, you really bring up a good point where you really must revisit a cigar.
You got to revisit, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because so I decided to revisit this cigar. And it's funny because when I first had it, I would have rated it higher had I been on the show. And then now here it's like, oh wow, haven't smoked some of their exclusive stuff that they came out recently. I'm kind of digging some of the new stuff. So, I gave it a try one. The Four Kicks.
Which size did you smoke?
I had the Toro size.
Okay.
Yep, Toro size. I usually kind of.
Actually, I think I bought a box of those. And you gave it a try one?
Yeah, I gave it a try one. I
thought those were pretty good.
No. Like I said, if I was on a show a year ago, I would have gave it a much higher rating, but it's just amazing because we're just smoking so much newer stuff, and just being on the show, you're trying to get me into more Connecticut's and stuff like that. I give it a try one, but it definitely is a good smoke. If you haven't revisited it, or if you haven't had it, I would go for it. It's good smoke.
Try one though.
Yeah, try one.
Try one more.
What?
See what it's doing.
What?
One more.
Try it.
If you tried it in the past, try another.
Try.
If you tried it in the past, try another.
And going back to what we talked about with the different Vitolas and Stogie Santa, a little Stogie Santa reference, try all of the line sizes. Once, because they are going to be different, and you might like the Corona but not the Toro. You might like the Toro but not the Corona, so you got to try them all.
Yeah.
So you should buy every size of the Early, the Imperial.
Listen, all right. He figured me out. No, I actually really genuinely believe that, and I believe that Mark is right about that. But definitely,
it's hard.
But to Paul's point, try every size of every cigar I ever make. Great. That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So this Aventador is fantastic. but I digress.
Try every size.
I smoked the Matilde Serena.
I make that in 24 sizes.
Touch them all. The Matilde Serena. Smoked it last night. A suggestion of Nate Williams over Joyles. Blue chip prospect on the rise. But anyway, Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, Dominican binder, Dominican Nicaraguan filler.
Oh, so this is the one that like a light blue.
The blue label.
Light blue.
Kind of like this one.
I loved it so much I bought a box today. The last one, because I knew Paul would probably...
I was with Enrique in the Dominican Republic, and he gave me one, and I haven't smoked it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. He makes great cigars.
I think it's a solid Connecticut, but go ahead.
5.5 by 44
Mike,
Corona.
you're done. Go ahead, Joe.
Very good price point, $6.75. They make 4 sizes, and creamy spice, toasted oak. It's like breakfast toast. That's the biggest thing the biggest stamp I could put on it. It was beyond enjoyable, burning the fingertips, and
Nice.
so much so I had to go out and buy a box today. One day after smoking it, hours after smoking it.
No, but
And that's brand new, right?
And that's a
that
Connecticut
just came
wrapper on
out, didn't it?
I like the Matilde brand. I've smoked a couple others, and they were also. But this is their first Connecticut offering, and I'm not a Connecticut guy. I've stated before, but this blew me away, and this elevated up the depth chart to number 1 on the Connecticut scale.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
it's hard for me to put a definition on like toastiness, right? It's just kind of like I call it more of a characteristic rather than a flavor, but I think you're spot on, Joe D. There was a toastiness, whether it's toasted oats or toasted breakfast, like there's just a toast.
Do we know what the
toastiness kind of?
I'm sorry. Did you say what the filler binder combination was in it?
Dominican binder and Dominican Nicaraguan filler.
Yeah.
I'd like to know
It
specifics.
was.
When are you going to come up with a Connecticut, dude?
When the FDA goes away.
Okay. It's a fair answer. No, it's a fair answer.
Well played. Well played.
I mean, I have 6 blends on the market, 4 of which are fully on the market. Well, 3 of which are fully on the market, and
Yeah.
1 is going to be fully on the market. And if the FDA goes away, I have a lot of ideas. But
Excited to
I
see
gotta-
what you do next.
yes,
Beautiful thing.
but I will tell you that Enrique Cejas and his dad Jose, 2 of the nicest guys in the industry. and
Very
They
nice.
make
Enrique's one of the show, yeah.
tremendous cigars, and I was at the Pro Cigar and
Great price points as well.
great price points. And he handed me one of these. What is it called? I don't even know what it's called. It's a
Matilde.
blue- It's got a. I know, but it's got a the one with the blue label.
Serena.
That one. I haven't smoked it yet, and I am looking
an S.
forward to it because everything I've smoked of his is outstanding. Outstanding.
Box worthy for me.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, Paul.
So I smoked a United Cigar box press Toro. Oliver gave this to me last week. Dave's been on the show and talked about United Cigar. We talked about it when Oliver came on last week. I didn't try to put any preconceived notions about the cigar out the window. This is a brick and mortar only kind of thing in the spirit of United Cigar. It's actually a Connecticut broadleaf, but they don't go through the Maduro process. So for the natural, it's Connecticut broadleaf, but they just don't put it through the Maduro process.
so it's not a real dark wrapper.
So it's not a dark, but they do have a Maduro version as well, which I thought was kind of interesting. And I tell you what, flavor this cigar was awesome. Like it had just
Yes, sir.
like hints of leather, like the burn and draw and construction was awesome. I love box press cigars, but this was just a very flavorful, easy smoking cigar. Again, it had like tobacco sweetness, a little bit of leather going on. Not a whole lot of spice. It was pretty smooth. So I would call this a box worthy cigar. This was a very easy smoking cigar. I really liked it. I was impressed. Did you guys smoke? You guys each got one of these too.
Yeah, I didn't get to it yet.
Okay.
I did. I'm right there with you.
It's a medium to full.
You smoked it.
I did. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
It was good,
It was
right?
really awesome. It was refreshing. It was a different take. I hadn't smoked something like that previous. Yep.
Josempa.
Davidoff Nicaraguan blend. I had the Robusto 5x50,
Is that the box pressed one or the not box pressed one?
not box press.
And they're different, by the way.
Yeah,
Different blend.
The blend is actually different.
yeah, I had not box pressed, and I'll tell
And
you,
I prefer the not box pressed version.
I agree.
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of shy away from some of the box press stuff all across the board, even though I shouldn't, but I do. It just but this cigar, I mean, I don't know, I would give it a box split for sure.
See, I would give it a box worthy because
You know.
it's my favorite Davidoff by far.
Have you smoked the Yamasa?
I love the Yamasa.
I like
but
the Yamasa, yeah.
I like
You like the Nicaraguan better
I
tthe
do.
Yamasa?
I do.
Have
Really?
you smoked the Yamasa?
I like the
Robusto?
Nicaragua too.
I don't know what
Yamasa-
sizes I
really?
smoked of the Yamasa, but I will tell you
Size
that
matters. I tell you what.
it definitely does, and especially when, like in the Nicaraguan, they did that box press. Mm-hmm. It's a different blend. They tweaked the blend a little
yeah.
bit. And
What
so
did they
it's-
change in it?
I actually don't know.
I'm not sure
I
what
just
they
know
changed
for
in it.
sure that they tweaked the blend. And to be honest with you, I don't know what the specific blend is of the Nicaraguan, but that's by far my favorite Davidoff that's been made.
Yeah.
More so than your deathbed cigar, the Ashton.
Can I? So I'll tell you that I've evolved over the years. My flavor palette has changed, right? So, I guess it is politically correct. There's a lot of great cigars that I just don't like. But they have great tobacco, the great construction, great
qualities.
Everything's great about them. I just don't like them, and that's going to be true of any cigar. Davidoff is in that line where most of their cigars, until they came out with the Nicaraguan and the Amasa and the Escurio, their cigars are phenomenal. You cannot.
They're milder.
You cannot dispute their quality and the construction.
Even
and all
Millennium
of that.
Blend?
I didn't like it, and
Really?
but
Did you
that's
try it
me.
in every size?
I did, but it's me. And I say this. I mean this sincerely. They're tremendous cigars, and those guys know what they're doing.
But you like the newer stuff.
It's not my
Yamasa,
palate.
Escurio,
It's not my palate. So, someone gave me the Nicaraguan, and I smoked it, and I absolutely loved the Nicaraguan. The first one I think it was a Toro size. The first one I had, and the Escurio's great, and the Amasa's great. So the point I'm making is when we go back to rating cigars, you can have tremendous, tremendous cigars that just don't hit your palate.
Yeah.
And
Brendan next door, not a huge Davidoff fan. She's like, they're too expensive. Like, I can find
Forgetting
milder cigars that I
price.
like. So I gave her the Yamasa. She was like, holy crap. What was that?
that's what I
She's
mean. It's like,
that was awesome.
so you can smoke a cigar. This is where reviews kind of get a little crazy to me on occasion.
It's a person's opinion. Yeah.
One person smokes a cigar and either loves it or hates it, but that doesn't mean the cigar is great or bad. I smoke cigars, and I might not like them, but that doesn't mean it's a bad cigar. It just means I don't like that cigar. Right? It's kind of like some people like steak, some people like seafood. It's the way it goes.
I think there are common denominators, and that's why I love doing the show with lots of different people, because we all give our takes on cigars, and if over the years you start looking at Will and Joe and everyone, Mark Jr., and everyone who's been on the show before, Tim, Stogie Santa, when we start to find like commonalities where not even all of us, but like most of us are like, yeah, this cigar is like up in the top echelon. That's what I like to define for our listeners, right? Like, these are the ones where, like, yeah, there's differences in people's palates, but there's common denominators.
And I can smoke a Davidoff that I don't like personally, but I can tell that it's great tobacco, great. Yeah. It's just not my flavor profile. Like, if somebody doesn't like shrimp, and you give them the best shrimp in the world, they're not going to like it. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. Sometimes shrimp is so good that you turn people around.
You know what I noticed about smoking a Davidoff? You know what I noticed about smoking a Davidoff?
What's that?
But maybe they never had good shrimp.
It's
no.
Make sure that it's the last cigar.
Unless they're allergic to
box?
shellfish.
No,
then
that'd be my wife. My wife.
Yeah.
Make sure that it's the last cigar that you smoke for the day.
Now, why is that?
Because no matter what you smoke afterwards, it always leaves you wanting more.
The lasting impression.
You know what I mean? Like the last impression from a Davidoff cigar. One thing I've noticed, I smoked them all different times, but it's like you want to make sure that that's pretty much your last cigar if you're going to do for the day. Because anything you smoke, in my palate, after a Davidoff, it's just...
So you really, really, really love Davidoff?
I'm not saying no, because because as far as rating, I've never given anything. To my knowledge, I've never given a box worthy yet. I've never given a Fight Chuck Norris. I've never given an...
I don't know what that is. That's a new rating?
Those are the higher ratings. Those are the higher ratings.
This is like your third time on the show.
This is my fourth, but you weren't there for one.
I've never...
Something about a kid being born.
Fight Chuck Norris is the top, right?
No.
Oasis is
the top, which means
is Fight Chuck Norris below the Oasis?
It is. And I would fight Chuck Norris, and then the level above that
to get the cigar,
the Oasis level cigar.
So from my perspective, it's like you know, I think that those the Fight Chuck Norris and the Oasis should be given to something that you know. You would really go back to.
Yeah.
And
I agree with you.
I really haven't done that yet.
And I would suggest, I don't want to change your show.
What?
But
the event
I would suggest.
I'm actually smoking it now. It's actually a great smoke.
Yeah, and
the event.
I would suggest seriously that, like, I think a panel approach is very important when you're rating a cigar because they're just like me. I personally don't like most of the Davidoffs, but I know it's great tobacco, great factory.
Well made.
Everything's well made. They're tremendous people, and everything. They really. This is a company that really cares about what they do.
Consistent.
But it's not my flavor profile. Like
Right.
if somebody's a vegan and you give them the best steak in the world, they're just not going to like it. It's not going to happen. So
Well, no, that's different. They're not going to eat it.
they're not going to eat it. All right. So maybe they don't prefer steak, but. I hate you. Jared, help.
Jared, are you there?
Next week, Stogie Geeks, hosted by Jared.
Knock twice if you're on the other side of the wall.
But my point is that, like, you have a situation where, like, if I smoke a cigar, I may not like it.
Right.
But again, it doesn't mean it's a bad cigar.
Right.
It just means I don't like it.
Right.
It's not your palate.
It's not my palate. So it's that should go. That's point number 6. I'm sure you were going to get to that on your.
But it could also be that it's a horrible cigar.
No, there
And
are.
no one else likes
Listen, I won't name any publicly, but there are some horrible cigars out
Okay.
there. There's no question.
it. All right, as long as we agree.
No,
We
there
agree on
are.
that point.
There are some really bad cigars out there.
Especially now that the barrier to entry
And there's
is
a
little
couple,
lower.
and there's a couple that sell exceptionally well,
Right.
and I'm jealous of.
Right.
I'm just, but we're not going to go there.
Right.
We had this rating called, like, throw it off the side of the boat.
Angler.
Yeah.
It's even below.
That's what I gave to
I think it's a
Bradley,
below an angle, but it's a below an angle. Like an angler's when you smoke while you were fishing.
Yeah.
And there are some that are like a throw it off
It's
the boat.
windy.
Oh, I'm just using this as an example. I'm like, I'm not saying that. the Ehrlich is one
Why
that
are you
throw
holding the
off
Ehrlich when you do that? This is,
Yeah.
I thought the
I don't like the
angler-
way, I don't like the way he's holding that cigar.
It's a throw it off the boat.
listen, for me, as radio host goes, Paul is a throw it off the boat radio host. Just throwing it out there.
No,
But he's brought in new talent, and it's all good.
This is at least a try one.
Oh wow!
There we have it.
Shame.
Welcome to Stogie Geeks.
All right, if there was something between a try one and a fiver, maybe that.
A threer.
I thought angler,
we got a three-er?
angler was
A 2.5.
you threw it off the boat.
Like
I thought that was the lowest
That's-
rating.
that's
maybe
what I-
have two more.
No, actually, there is one lower than that.
Than the angler?
What is it? Don't
Lawn mulch.
Yard
It's a lawn mulch.
Lawn mulch.
It's one.
That can't be good.
No, it's not good. It's when you're smoking a cigar while you're mowing the lawn.
Well, Mike.
And it's so bad.
You
that
throw it in
take
front of the lawnmower.
Throw it in front of the lawnmower, and the lawnmower shreds it, and it becomes lawn mulch.
See,
Throw it in front of the lawnmower.
Well, I have a landscaper, so anyway.
I throw it in front of my landscaper.
Excuse me, sir. Can you stop doing that thing? Hold on, I got a couple of cigars. you wanna-
I have a because
Not
I have
good.
a yacht and I belong to Bonnet
Listen.
Shores. I have a landscaper too. So
I mean, landscaper, yacht, bonnet shores.
No,
there's a boat.
Someday,
boat person, boat hand. What do you call the person that takes care of your boat? A boat hand.
Boat deck.
you should know. Why are you asking me?
Deckhand. A deckhand.
Yeah,
deckhand.
A deckhand.
See, Paul's acting like he didn't know that. But he's got 3 deckhands for
Pretty
his
cool.
110-foot yacht that goes to Bonnet Shores.
Bonnet Shores.
he's the only boat.
I mean, are you kidding me? Did you just ask us what the guy that cleans the deck is?
Well, he's on vacation, so we have to
Listen,
take my helicopter. It's
Clearly, I got into the wrong side of the cigar business. I need to start a podcast.
You have one more?
That's right.
If we have time.
Joe D's got one more if we have time.
No,
One more? We don't have time?
Joe, go.
Go for it, Joe.
I'm taking over. He's worried about his deckhand, but go ahead.
The Flor de Lorraine, Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper again.
Great cigar, actually. I like
Dominican
that a lot.
binder, Nicaraguan Honduran filler, $8 price point.
I probably just took his thunder. He may not.
Not at all. 5.5 by 54. The Cinq, CINQ they call it. I gave it a box split. Strong floral notes, and which I think I'm slowly migrating towards those kind of flavors. Some wood and sweetness, and but the floral stood out for sure.
some people, back to Mike's point that he was making for like a half an hour. Right. Some people don't
No,
like.
it was 5 minutes per point,
Some
6
people
times.
don't like the floral. I like the floral notes. Some people don't.
Brendan next door, not so much.
Nice. I just I smoked an ECCJ and a Herrera Esteli. They're probably both box split in my opinion. Solid cigars. Lonsdale on the Herrera Esteli. Is the ECCJ, is that a yearly release? I hadn't had a chance to look into it. They just came into Mr. J's Havana Smoke Shop. You know what?
Dude, Google works,
Stop
man.
laughing at me.
But listen, I will tell you, Willie Herrera is a great blender. And
A great guy, too.
And a great guy. And I love most of what he makes.
Most of what he makes.
Well, everything I've smoked he makes, but I haven't smoked everything, so I'm saying I love most of what he makes.
Ventador, down to the nub.
Oh,
Never
there you
disappoint.
go.
Okay. So the
one of the
ECCJ
first in America.
Yes.
ECCJ is
And it's
now
still
a
a little
regular
young.
production. I remember
Excuse me?
covering this.
Still a little young.
Yeah, it's awesome. I like it.
It is
September last year, Coop reported that ECCJ becomes a regular production offering. So I don't know what sauce I smoked. I'm a really bad host. So there.
Okay.
Do you see the pattern? I'm just.
Oh.
It was a Corona Gorda 5 5/8 by 46, the ECCJ 15th. It was really good. Awesome cigar. Make sure you try it. That's why we're here.
When are these going to be available? The Ventador?
A few weeks.
Looking forward to it.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
I want him to sit a little bit longer.
So I'm
but
one of the first, and we're one of the first.
I
yeah.
can tell you right now.
So what did you get from this drink, more importantly?
No, let's talk about the event today.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Screw your drink. So this is a cigar show. I mean, what the hell's going on here? So, oh my God. Actually, this is the first public group in America to smoke the Aventador.
Appreciate
Awesome.
that. Thank
Appreciate it. Awesome.
That's the truth. I
Just
brought
brought 'em
some back literally yesterday from the Pro Cigar Festival because I was at the Quesada factory and I took some back with me.
Yeah.
Other than you and Hostess, right? I mean,
Me, Hostos, you've had one before.
yeah.
So are we rating these yet? Do we want to?
Well, please don't.
Okay.
Until
I
I talk.
didn't even smoke
Let's
mine
talk, Paul. Let's talk off the air. No, I actually, you can rate them. I mean, I'll give you some to rate, but I'm not worried about that.
But you said that. And
I did say
a
that
lot of
there are a
a lot of people do that. They're I'll give this to you, but
and realistically, the Aventador is a little young. They've been aging in the aging room for about 7 or 8 weeks. And I smoked one, and I'm smoking one now, and they're fine. But to my standards, they're not
need
ready.
time.
They're not ready. I'm going to give them a few more weeks.
time, yeah.
Construction's awesome. Burns well. It's great smoke. Once you're halfway through, it really kicks in. I think that's the flavor that you're looking for. Once it kicks in, it's awesome.
As a consumer, we appreciate the fact that you want to give it that time.
I will
do it
never.
right.
I will never put a cigar on the market that's not ready. It's not going to happen.
Appreciate that. A lot of it's awesome. I'll be seeking these out.
Oh, they'll be in a few shops that you know.
Cool.
In a few weeks.
Mike, Ballady, Barry, thank you both very much for coming on this edition of the Stogie Geek Show.
And all jokes aside, I love you guys. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
We love you too.
Thank
You,
you.
guys, you guys do a great job
My
with this
cheeks
show.
hurt from laughing so hard.
Yeah, and for those of you that haven't seen the Ass Press episode,
What episode is that, Joe D?
152.
You have-
152, episode 152
and just-
of the Stogie Geeks. Nick Malillo,
It's
Stogie
phenomenal.
Santa, Mike
One of the
Bellady,
best.
myself, and Coop were on that episode.
the most downloaded show ever, I think, right?
Most likely, yes.
That's what I've been told a few
certainly
times.
the most talked about, and
It's awesome. You got to watch it.
many people in the industry when they
It was pretty funny.
it was
It was.
I watch it. I watch it like once a month and cry laughing at it still.
every time.
Every time. It's awesome.
What I love is I have other people watch it, and I kind of give them the the DVDs when you can watch a movie. When we
Yeah.
used to watch movies on DVDs, where they'd have like the writer and the director like commenting on the movie. Like I give them the commentary. I'm like, wait, look, I'm about to have a revelation that Stogie Santa is sitting on his cigar.
No, it was awesome. Listen, you just got to watch it. We don't want to
Gotta
tell you
watch it.
anymore. You have to watch it. But it's pretty awesome, and you guys do a great job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You do as well. Love
And you
the cigar.
made some great additions too.
Thank you.
Well played.
The two
Joe and
Joes.
Joe, thank
Joe
you very
and
much
Joe.
for coming on the show. Nice job
Thank you
reviewing
for having
cigars. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see everyone next week on the Stogie Geek Show.